Okay, we are going to talk about the West bench people for the All-Star game. So my bench for the West is Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, DeMar DeRozan, Luka Doncic, and Zion Williamson.
I have most of those guys, I think.
It's because I'm just fucking smart.
I feel like it's pretty close.
So, you have Chris Paul over Devin Booker?
Yes.
Lindsay?
Mm-hmm. Because if you look at what's been happening to Chris Paul as he's been moving from team to team lately, every time he moves from a team, their record improves and they just play better. So I'm going to have to deal with the fact that the Suns are playing a little better. It has to do more with Chris Paul than Devin Booker.
And he's not. Sorry, Devin Booker hasn't been doing like Devin Booker-ish things. It's been a little different. But it was just funny that you said.
I mean, yeah, he hasn't been doing things at all. He's actually winning. It's shocking. What do you mean? Like, from that aspect, of course not. But he's been with Chris Paul. That whole team is definitely elevated. And I had, first of all, before I even get into my bench, the West bench was way easier to do than the East bench because the East has a lot more talented players this season in terms of across their entire, from team to team. There's guys on every team. And on the West, I felt like there's a lot of duos. And I ended up I ended up for my bench going with, so I talked about Dame as a sixth man. And then I have two different pairs. I have Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. And then I have Devin Booker and Chris Paul. And then to round it out, I have Zion Leon, also known as Zion Williamson.
Zion Leon. What the fuck?
I wrote it in here.
Is that like some weird twist between that Sierra Leone and like Zion Williamson? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah, hold on, where is it? Zion Leon.
Zion Lion?
So yeah, but he doesn't. You have to do the accent. It doesn't. It doesn't do the same. He just says it in Spanish. Zion Leon. Yeah. But you gotta do the accent, Lindsay. You don't. You're just messing up the whole shit. All right. So look,
Zion.
What Russell is really trying to tell people indirectly is all the East was harder to do because all the superstars ran from LeBron. He's continuing with this theory. And it's starting to feel true. It really is.
I'm not disagreeing with that in any way, shape, or form. Not even a little bit.
That's crazy.
But after Zion Leon, I had Paul George. That was that to round it out. So there are a lot of duos on the West coming out of the West.
Yeah. For me, I had Luka because I was the weirdo that put Dame instead, and then I got my boy Donovan. I think we could call him Donovan, just like the first name. We don't need the Mitchell part. Is he a first name basis? Yeah or no? The Don.
The Don.
My boy, the Don.
Yes. Yeah.
The Don.
Yeah.
That's his new name. We're creating it. All right.
We are creating it right now.
Yeah.
Hashtag the Don.
The Don. All right. You better not fucking suck this year.
All 50 of you. The Don on Twitter tonight.
Yeah. All right. We got a 50 person army out here, man. Keep on liking them shits, commenting, subscribing.
I can only hold up 50.
Sharing.
100. I have too much. I don't have enough.
Show your friends. Talk to them. Let us know. All right, and then I got my boy Rudy Gobert, because he's a bear in the paint.
The Gobert report. The Stifle Tower.
And though I've been a hater on my boy Zion, saying that he's fat and all this other shit, I'm fat too, Zion. Don't worry about it. But you've been playing good. You know, you've been at star level. I wouldn't say superstar level, but you had all-star level. So I'm giving you the edge right there.
Why doesn't he rebound? Why does he never rebound? Because
they got Steven Adams for that. That like before he was rebounding pretty well.
He was on track to be like a Barkley style.
And he's probably also just missing some offensive rebounds because he's been shooting threes well.
Yeah, that's true. He's shooting.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he shouldn't.
1% from the field.
Yeah.
37% from 3 and 71 from the free
He's
throw.
a bully though. I like it. I like it. He's like a young bully. He's like, just bully guys. And then I had Paul George as well. And then I was weird for this, even though he's injured. I wanted to show some love to my boy CJ McCollum. My man was averaging like, isn't he before his injury, he was averaging like 26, 27, some shit like that. With Dame over there cooking too.
I know he had like this huge. I think it was a duel against somebody. I'll look it up, but
yeah,
I know he put up.
My man is averaging 27, 5 and 4. Like we had to show a little bit of love to CJ because that's almost superstar level. You know, like if he could do that a little bit consistently, and he could be dope. How many games he played? He only played 13. Oh, he only played 13 games.
Yeah, but three games over 30, including the 44-point game in Houston. That's what it was. It was like the beginning of the season. It was him versus Harden.
Yeah, he would have been an all-star. So I'm giving him love. I don't give a fuck. Nobody talk to me and be like, "I only played 13 games." I don't care. All right, it's my boy, and my boy Christian Woods. You know, Harden left this man for dead, and he came back and he's averaging 22, like 13.
Yeah, that guy is a savage.
He's fucking.
That's a guy I looked at.
Yeah,
Christian Wood. I just Houston. So I didn't know if they were like empty stats. But then again, we're putting empty stats on the thing everywhere. That's what makes this All-Star team this All-Star season so bizarre.
Yeah.
How many Wizards? So they're 13th. So they're pretty bad. They're not as bad as the Wizards, I guess, but they're pretty bad. Yeah. What is Christian Wood a rookie? What year is he in the league?
I think he's like 5th, 6th year.
I feel like I've like never heard of this fucking guy.
Yeah, I know, because he was in the. This is what we talked about. We talked about
it. I take it all back. I've said 3 different people are going to win Most Improved Player throughout this. This is like the most obvious Most Improved Player of the year if this holds up.
Mm-hmm.
So like, he's going from 13 and 6 to 22 and 10. Like, it's not even close. That's a humongous leap.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
And so that's why my boy should be an all-star.
He could be on that list. I just. So who'd you have him over instead of?
I can't remember who you guys have.
I had DeRozan, so you'd have.
I didn't have Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have had him over DeRozan. Yeah, and I didn't have Chris Paul. I had CJ. So
I would not have put DeMar DeRozan. You put DeMar DeRozan?
Yes, I did.
What's he doing? Talk to me about that.
He's got 19.8, 5, and 7. They're 16-11. They're 6th in the West, and he's shooting like 48, 33, and 89.
See, this is what I mean. This is that wouldn't even.
So he's still a bum ass motherfucker. Is what you telling me, Lynn? Is that what you're telling me about?
In the East, that wouldn't even come close to making it. Like, I feel like the East of the criteria. I'm just thinking about Sabonis again as my bottom part, and I'm like, oh, Sabonis way better year than that.
You guys have fucking Christian Wood up, and he's 13.
Who's you guys? Time out. Who's you guys? Dario Albuquerque had Christian Wood.
Well, time out. So literally, Christian Wood has had a better season than DeMar DeRozan. It's not even close.
Well, a better season. I had
Zion Lion. Okay, that's who I had.
All right, so time out. First off, Christian Wood just came into a whole new team with an asshole that just said, you know what, I'm going to tank this season so that these guys can fucking trade me. And then he gets a whole new coach. He gets a whole new team, everything. And then you got this guy, what's this guy's name? DeMar the fucking DeRozan, who goes with the Spurs. And he's been with the Spurs for the last 3 years and has been ass soup, as my friend Russell would say. And freaking has the luxury of Popovich's system and all this shit. Like, come on. Look, I'm not saying
it's not DeMar DeRozan's fault. He's not Kawhi Leonard. It's just not his fault. I'm not holding him responsible for that.
Oh, that's fine. But when we're talking about who's more of an all-star, I think my boy Christian Wood is more of an all-star than men's.
I think I'm taking Chris Paul over Christian Wood because Chris Paul.
That's just off a name, bro.
No, it's not. 17 and 8, right? 17 and 8. And he is taking Phoenix, perennial loser, and helping them win, right? And he's fun to watch. And he's always fun to watch in these All-Star games. He's fun the same way Isaiah Thomas is fun to watch in these games. Throws lots of weird lobs. He'll try to get a dunk at least once in the game. Probably miss it. You don't know. But I definitely think Chris Paul deserves to be on it. Like, he's still performing.
All right. So time out. So Chris Paul so Phoenix came in 9th place last year, and he moved them to they currently are in 5th, right? You had Houston, who was what, 6th seed last year?
Now they're 13th.
Huh?
Now they're 13th.
Yes, now they're 13th, but they lost their superstar guard, who was what the whole team was revolved around. So then you can't blame Christian Wood on that. You can't tell me 22-10 and whatever the fuck he's doing is not better than 17-9 on an old aging star that no one really gives a fuck about seeing. No one cares about seeing. I don't give a fuck about Chris Paul, man. Fuck you and your State Farm commercial.
You're still salty he wasn't a Laker.
That's a fact. But fuck Chris Paul, fuck the State Farm commercial, fuck all of y'all.
Fucking Chris Paul, top 10 assists per game, right? One of the same reasons that he was an all-star last year for Oklahoma City is why I feel like he's an all-star now. Because he didn't do too much better statistically in OKC, but they were winning games. Way more than expected. And Chris Paul, one thing he doesn't do in his career is lose. So,
besides in the second round.
Look, I think pretty much identical.
I'm being a dick. I'm being a total dick.
Shut up. With your sad Laker tears. Shut up.
League leader in free throw percentage. All right? With 9.
I don't give a fuck about that. Tell me, we not jacking that at all. Don't tell me about no damn free throws. I don't give a shit about his free throws.
Free throws all year. He's only been 9-71. All-star.
Oh my god.
All-star. Dominant. Goat shit.
JJ Redick, you are free. You amazing. You amazing.
You know what? It's Chris Paul and Jose Calderon. All right.
Calderon, yeah, that's what I'm talking
about. Dominance.
That was the little white boys. That's what I was thinking of. My bad, JJ.
Yeah, Jose Calderon, really white, really Caucasian. Jose.
Yeah. Little light skinned motherfuckers. How about that?
Super white.
Oh my god.
And demonetized, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna.
How? I'm dark skinned. I could do that. I can say that. If Russell said it would have been different. I'm good, man. Look at my color. Look, I could look, I'm completely different. Oh, you can't.
No one can see that behind your green screen.
Look, I'm different. I'm totally different.
Lindsay, anybody else you want to show love to while we're talking about the bench?
I know who she wants to talk about.
No, I'm not talking about him.
Yeah, let's talk about your man, Paul George. Let's talk about him.
This is how Paul, by the way, how you and I just reacted to Paul George. I feel like that's how Paul George thinks about himself whenever he walks in. Like, yeah, motherfuckers, I'm Paul George. What's good? I'm fucking Paul George. Yeah, I think I'm going to beat everybody, and then I talk tough on the internet, and then I cower and hide away on the court because I'm trash. But Paul George, 50, 40, 90. Another fucking guy, 50, 40, 90 this year. I feel like I've said way more names than usual on that list.
Yeah, seriously. And that's like supposed to be like not it's supposed to be like but it's usually 50, 40, 90 and you shooting like 25 plus points. I think that's usually like where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Yeah. It's like, I thought it was 20. I thought like over 25 is just like, huh?
Steve Nash did it with 21 points when he won his MVP.
Yeah, I know, but I remember when like it was like Curry, Durant, and Larry Bird to do it, like scoring over 25 points a game.
Oh yeah, in terms of I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now I get what you're saying. But yeah, Paul George, 48% from three. There's a couple of guys here that are going to finish with over 50 that have shot a couple.
But Lindsay, get ready to see him shoot 25% from three out of nowhere when it comes to
that's why
playoff time.
That's why I gave him his stupid little All-Star thing, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I did not disrespect him, but I will not talk about him.
I hope they come back and just like with a vengeance, because it would be awesome to see them get beat by my Lakers now. Like instead of like just losing in the second round.
I'm not holding my breath on anything because then I will probably die.
I do not want to see them personally because I would rather see. I'd rather see like a Portland or something get beat by the Lakers in the West.
Why? The Clippers will be at least like big bro gets fucks up little bro. Like at least we could do something like that, and it'll be like well anticipated
during a Lakers.
Yeah, it would. It would be so.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
It'd be so bad.
I don't.
Plus, I don't really care. Like I truly don't think. At least right now, I don't care as much about who would win. I'm sure when while it's happening.
Yeah, the moment it starts happening, you'll be on here like, Lindsay, fuck you.
No. No.
Look,
the Lakers. Start shredding.
Yeah. No more honorable mentions from anybody's benches that we didn't talk about.
Oh, I got a couple of honorable mentions, but nobody that really deserves, nobody that deserves to be over any of the people we've named.
Okay.
But shout out to fucking Gordon Hayward, who finally came back and is putting together a not shitty year in Charlotte. They're winning more games than people thought too.
You want to know why? Yo, you tell it. All right, but before we, and I know this has nothing to do with All Stars, but I'm just curious. Who's better, LaMelo or Lonzo? Who you think? I'm all the way with LaMelo. LaMelo's better than him. I don't even care. Lonzo ain't do none of the shit LaMelo's doing. Huh?
I think it's recency bias. I think.
Oh no! I think
early.
I think Lonzo's a bum ass man. Whatever.
He's not a bum. I don't think Lonzo Ball is a bum.
I think he's better now, but
yeah. But you also have to wait and see how LaMelo does pushing through the whole season, and if he ever hits that wall.
Lonzo Ball is another guy.
I like that. I like that.
He's also that too, but he's also Lonzo Ball is another guy who's finally this year understanding his role and getting comfortable within that role. Play defense, facilitate, and don't worry about playing outside of yourself. That's the biggest transition for these guys who are superstars in college and don't exactly translate into superstars in the NBA. After that part, after they've gotten over that, then it's how well can they fit into a role in the NBA. And I think Lonzo's getting better at that.
With him, I think it's a lot of coaching though. I think coaching is a lot of the issue with him. In terms of when they were playing him, especially in LA, the coaching was all over the fucking place. Yeah. But I think he's doing better now because of, and he just you can clearly tell I'm not the star of this team. I have two other guys that are better than me, so I'm gonna play my role. I'm gonna just feed it to those guys, and we're gonna try to win games. But
I definitely think LaMelo is playing with more confidence.
Yeah,
and somebody was telling me he should be an All-Star.
He should 15, 6 and 6. I don't know, man. Lonzo never did that. It never even came close to that. That's my whole thing. It's I think I feel like LaMelo's better.
I feel like Lonzo's wasn't that far off from that. Am I crazy? Especially he hasn't been in the league that long, but I feel like that's not a super high barrier to climb.
We were just talking about Ben Simmons.
He was 10, 7, and 7 as a rookie.
Yeah.
So
but Ben Simmons is doing that. I mean, LaMelo just doesn't have Ben Simmons' defense, but Like he's looking like Ben Simmons without defense.
He has way more confidence
Off limited minutes. Remember, he's only playing 28 minutes a game. Look at Lonzo. What was Lonzo's minutes per game in his rookie year?
But hold on. That's a little bit skewed. They just started starting him though recently.
Yeah, but I mean, like he's still averaged 15-5, 15-6 and 6,
35 minutes a game where he was asked.
That's through the.
But he was asked to do everything for the Lakers. Like
exactly, and you would think that he would average more. Like what I'm saying is, my guy has limited. He's having limited. He's 8 less minutes a game, and he's averaging more points, similar rebounds, similar assists. Like he's only down a point.
Ask me again this time next season when we've got more games to watch.
Can we show him as a starter? What's his games what's he's averaging as a starter?
Yeah.
Do they have that?
I should be able to get that because I could just judge it by the minutes, assuming everything once he hits consistently 30 minutes. So
you just see it. The games he started right there. No, it's those last couple of games.
I got it.
Yeah.
So
he's averaging
27 and 6. Yeah, he's playing really well.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's not playing well.
Well, I'm saying he's not. It's not even close. Like Lonzo never did that. Like he never had a stretch of 21, 7 and 6. Like
you're saying that's in his whole career had an 8-game stretch of 27 and 6. I feel like he has at least once in his career. But I'm not going to say.
We could look at it.
I'm not going to sit here and click through Basketball Reference to do that.
I'm just saying.
We'll talk about watching paint dry on a podcast. So we'll definitely do that. But I think that he's playing really well. But there's you may think I'm like joking, but Michael Jordan just hasn't stripped his confidence yet. The moment Michael Jordan plays him in a game,
no, not this. And I'm telling you, not this kid though. Stop Michael saying Jordan that.
Steals people's souls who play for the Charlotte Bobcats, Hornets, whatever they are. Fucking, he's done this to multiple guys.
Yo, just remember this, Russell. Just remember this. A year from now,
let's remember who we're talking about.
A year from now, remember this.
I will, and I'm okay with that. If he's better, if he's like. One thing I'm not going to be unhappy about is another good NBA player or great NBA player. Like,
yeah, I just think I don't know if he's going to be a great one. I just know he's like he is not. I don't think he's going to be the disappointment his brother was. Because coming into the NBA, a lot of people expected a lot from his brother, and he.
That's what I'm saying. He's not nearly as hyped as Lonzo was coming out of college.
Is that legit his middle name?
LaFrance?
LaFrance? No, that's I'm pretty sure isn't that a nickname?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, I thought that was a nickname.
Because that is a mouthful. Imagine trying to like discipline him as a kid and try to do the middle name thing. LaMelo LaFrance.
LaMelo LaFrance.
All the disciplining that you saw him get as a kid was on Facebook Live. His dad had a show for basically it was him because LaMelo's the youngest, right?
Yes.
So it was basically him just scolding his kid for 20 minutes. Fucking lame.
That's
but
weird.